Hey everyone, it's Mace1370. We are here for the final match of the Emperor Bracket. I am joined by Valk. Valk, you want to say hi?
Hey guys, how's it going? Valk here.
So Valk is sponsoring Cashberry Murray, and I am sponsoring Last Dasan, also known as Hidden Darkness. So this match will determine who gets the $100 prize, and if Cash wins, Valk will get $50, and I guess if Hidden Darkness wins, I will save $50.
Awesome. So right off the bat, we see AOLC Lilius removed. That generally screams to me like, the players are willing to play a more aggro-oriented match just because C. Lilius is so dominant in this matchup.
I agree.
Because not only can she, give her team both a mini attack up and defense up, she also attacks down the enemy team. AOL just being so good at buff control across the board. Seeing this gone, but bellying up usually means it's going to be less cleave heavy, but definitely more a single target should the option open themselves up.
Alright, so Hassan takes a Ravi and then takes Politis as a way to check the DN. I don't love a Ravi into DN. Having first pick is really strong in this, format, and leading off with DN is pretty hard to respond to.
Yeah, I really like the A Ravi into Politis, right? Because the hardest part about this matchup is you can't tell which Politis it is. If somebody has two Politises, right, they can pick a Ravi and a Degen Politis to tank down, or they can pick a Ravi plus a Cleave Politis into a Ran on third pick.
Yeah.
And that is the matchup I'm scared of the most, as to I still don't have an answer to that on ladder, and I find that really hard to deal with.
Yeah, the Ran Poly Cleave into DN is definitely a way to go over the top, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, if you still have Green Pavel built, you could bring that in. That's a draft from a little while ago, but it definitely works into DN.
Exactly, and I think as far as back as Season 5, right, Ran Apocalypse Ravi has just been such a problem to deal with, because anything that can survive a Ran cleave generally can't 1v1 an Apocalypse Ravi, and anything that can, solo kill an Apocalypse Ravi usually gets cleaved pretty handily by Ran, so it's just really sticky to mess around with, especially when they also have Poly that can control all of your support units.
So it looks like Last Hassan, I should just call him Hidden Darkness, I keep flipping his names, going with the Landy and then Opsig. I wonder how fast this Landy is, because right now he doesn't have much of a speed. I guess the Opsig could also be fast. Yeah, this is a little tricky. I would have loved to see a DJ Basar here from Hidden Darkness. I think that would have been good.
Yeah, I think DJ Basar has actually seen a huge resurgence very recently, even since the buff, right? I think that meta was maybe a little bit too fast, and now we're in a slightly slower meta. We're seeing more and more DJB just in standard drafts as a whole.
This is interesting. The Charles and Solitaria, you don't usually see those two together.
Yeah,
it looks like the Charles gets banned out. I would have been tempted there to just ban out the Huayong and just try to beat solo DPS Charles, but...
Ooh, okay.
So it looks like this Politis is on book, no stuns, because she doesn't have crown. Elects not to Soulburn. Mediator can just cleanse here. But if he does that, then it's going to give Landy Soulburn, which is scary.
Yeah, that's a pretty dangerous play here to make, and I think looks like Kasha is going to opt to just press the S1 there. Ooh,
stun.
That's pretty clutch there. It gives him a win back,
and
it gives him a huge window to fight back. Wow.
Wow. Solitaria, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's one of those heroes that in any pinch, if you high roll, she'll get you out of any hole that you could put yourself in.
Yeah, and, she feels kind of like Dizzy 2.0, right?
Absolutely. Because, one of the things with Dizzy was that she was the whole reason why there was an immunity set in the game in the first place. And, Solitaria herself can strip off of both her S3 and S1, so... definitely a lot of options and to deal with like any units that's vulnerable to crowd control. Now he can press all the buttons he wants.
Interesting. I wonder if skill 3 would have killed there. Would have been close. Because skill 3 with one kill should do more damage, right, than a Soulburn S1?
I do believe so, yeah. Just a slight bit more. So it's pretty close either way.
I think he might have had to rip it. He's pretty far behind. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
This Solitary is taking no prisoners.
It really is just stunning as much as you can.
Yeah, I think
And
this
now
game
your
is pretty
Aravi
over.
stuck in this position. Right, there's like a 20-something% chance you can crit at the end through blind. Wow, it does
Oh,
land,
he
though.
got it. But just Politis. Man, if he got Landy back... If
Yeah,
he got Landy back, we might have had a game.
Yeah, especially if the Landy rolls guiding, like that's actually a game right there. But in this particular case, I don't think the Politis does enough, right? Especially with no cooldowns and no soul burn.
Yeah, Politis does nothing here. This is over. Yep, so that's game 1 to cash. I think Hidden Darkness was in a pretty good spot if that Solitary didn't high roll that turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the Landy would have gone, done decent damage, CR boosted people up, might have gotten Solly out of stealth.
Yeah, it would have given the Opsig a pretty good window to pop off too. Opsig usually known to, slay units behind barriers, but in a pretty aggressive team, if you just keep pressing your S3s, that Operator Sigurd S3 actually chunks quite hard.
It does, yeah. Alright, this time Hidden Darkness will get the first pick. So I'm expecting a Bellion ban from at least one of these players. Nope, okay, I was wrong. Hwyong and Green Sid.
Yeah, both of these players kind of opting more into that single target aggressive style and kind of removing options from each other.
Wow, it's the reverse of what we just saw.
Yeah, Cash is the one with the Aravi and Poly now. And I wonder if he's going to flex this into a more of a Ran cleave, or if he's going to kind of play a similar game where he tries to reverse aggro the DM player from this position.
APOC a little stronger now that there's no Hua on the field. Landy, interesting.
I feel like Landy in the modern meta as second pick is a little bit more all-in, and thus a little bit more dangerous, right? High risk, high reward pick here.
Yeah, I mean, this Landy was definitely fast, right? It outsped a lot of the people on Cash's team last match.
Yeah,
so it looks like
Cash
Hidden is using her as a
well.
bridge in this case. If I don't press buttons on DN, I can press buttons on Landy and still boost my team. Huh.
Ooh, wow, and the Charles too. Usually I was gonna say, this is where you pick a closer Charles, but he goes for 2 bridge units here. So definitely expecting to see the Ran.
Yeah, this is pretty spooky for Hidden Darkness. He's committed quite a bit to this aggressive style, but he took a bunch of mid-speed type of threats.
Ooh, and double imprints. Okay, I was gonna say I'm not a huge fan of the Sid pick after the Ran. I think you stick a Ran Pavel or Ran plus another speed unit. In this particular case, though, now I think you have to speed imprint. You have to ban out the 14.
Yeah, you could just take Green Vildred here. Sage Ball, interesting. I have no idea how fast this Silk is, but I doubt the Shuri is that fast. Let's see if... Who do you think Hidden Darkness is banning? The Ran's a little spooky.
I think he has to ban one of the fast... Well, it depends, right? If he bans the speed imprint, you have to ban the Ran. Otherwise, you ban the Sage and just hope your team can just be able to truck on through.
Yeah. The problem is if that Ran, depending on how fast that Ran is, they could just delete Watcher Shuri, right?
Well, same with the Sid, but now
Whoa,
the DN gets
DN
to take first
outspeeding
turn.
the Sid. But there's the Poly on the field.
Ah, okay. Pretty. I would say this is like a pretty smart S3 from the DN. Just because this gives you less of a chance to kind of die to the Poly, right? But now there's 3 units going first ahead of your team, which once again puts you in very dangerous territory.
Oh, there's the crit by Charles.
Charles goes down. Okay, still have 2 units left. Pretty tough position for Last Hassan, though.
Yep. Crits again. And crits again.
Crits again. Yup.
Anti-crit is a lie.
Yeah,
All right, well,
that's one of the
this
things.
looks like a wrap.
Yeah, that's what makes DN so like tough to play on both sides, right? If you high roll, it feels bad for the person who got high rolled, and then if you low rolled as a person playing DN, it feels terrible.
Yeah, I think anti-crit is one of the most frustrating mechanics in the game.
Oh
Okay,
wow,
well,
RPGs can come out.
Yep, that's 2-0 for Cashberry Mary, so he will take the prize, and the next match will be against him and Aetherbulge for the trophy.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
And
well,
also,
very
Val,
well played by
congrats on your prize as well.
Hey, yo, thank you, boss.
All right, well, thanks for joining me. I think that'll be it. Anything you want to say before we head out?
No, just well played to all the competitors, and it was definitely really fun casting over some of these matches. And I definitely say this is a very interesting experience to cast a game not on stream without the pressure of being live, and
yeah,
I feel like I have a little bit more room to like think and react to stuff happening on screen.
Yeah, and things still move by pretty fast despite that. But
Absolutely.
So we'll see you next time for the Aetherbulge match. So that one will be a best of 5. So let Cash know.
Yo, for sure. And
right.
thank you again for having me, Mace.
Yeah, see you later.
See ya.